Greetings and welcome to your weekly briefing on GBS Advanced English with me, your host, Jared Betts. Today we're going to start talking about Unit 2 of Jazz English 1. We're going to talk about hobbies. Before we really start talking about hobbies, let's talk about what is a hobby and what is not a hobby. Hobbies are fun and exciting and something that we do to relax and spend time. But there are many things that people consider this is a hobby, but it's not really a hobby. It's a pastime. One of the most common ones here in Korea is watching TV or listening to music. Now, these are both fun activities, but they are not hobbies. These are pastimes because you don't really use energy when you're watching television. You just turn on the television and go, duh. You're not really putting in any energy into this activity. Now, this is not saying that watching television cannot become a hobby. If you watch a specific TV show or you go looking for, say, Japanese animation or something where you are actually putting time and learning about something, then it can become a hobby. The same goes with listening to music. Listening to music is a fun way to spend time, but it is not an active hobby. It is a pastime. What other pastimes? There are many others. I want you to think about some of those. So now we know what a hobby is. It requires that you put energy into an activity to get some kind of result. It doesn't mean that it has to require a lot of energy, but it does require energy to become a true hobby. When you collect something, you're going out, finding materials, and putting it together in your own private materials. When you go out hiking or go fishing, you go for a walk, swimming, exercising. These are activities that require you going out, leaving your home, or doing it within your home, but putting energy into a hobby. Hobbies require energy. There are a lot of hobbies out there, and each of you should find a hobby before you graduate from college. The reason you need a hobby before you graduate from college, once you leave school, you'll start working 40 plus hours a week. Having the dream of starting a job that works only 40 hours a week, good luck. Most people, you're going to be working probably 50 to 60 hours a week for the first 2 or 3 years of your career. It's a good idea to develop a hobby so that you have something to relieve your stress. I personally have a lot of hobbies. I love to draw, read books, and play computer games. Those are my favorite things to do when I have stress. You can also do something that's beneficial for your health. I personally love to go swimming and try to go swimming whenever I have time. Find a hobby before you graduate from college. When you graduate, if you already have your hobby established, it'll help you to reduce your stress. If you don't have a hobby, find one. Okay. People like to collect things. What are things that people like to collect? People like to collect just about everything. Here in Korea, most people are obsessed with everything being new. So you could collect shoes, bags, video games, whatever you would find interesting. Westerners tend to like to collect old things. Many of them are more interested in collecting things that are 50 to 100 years old. I personally have a saxophone that's nearly 100 years old and is one of my most valuable possessions. Not because it's a rare or it's an antique, but because I enjoy playing it and enjoy making music for myself. There are many things that you can do here in Korea that require no money to do a hobby. You can go for a walk, go hiking, collect flowers. You can do all of those things with very little money. There are hobbies that are very expensive. Model airplanes for one, building, learning to fly it. It will take you quite a while and probably some money to play. But you don't need money to actually make a good hobby. Talking about two things that people here in Korea tend to get confused. Let's talk about fun versus funny. When something is fun, that means that it is exciting and you enjoy doing it. This is different from something that's funny. When something is funny, it means it makes you feel good and usually laugh. So, this is very funny means that you're laughing at it. Ha 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 ha. That's funny. When you're enjoying doing something, that's fun. So be careful with fun versus fun. In a big difference between America, England, Australia, and Korea, Korean people are exposed to a lot more culture than their Western people are. Here in Korea, classical music and Korean culture are very, very popular and very easy to find. It's not as easy finding it in the Western society, and most people are not interested in it. Take that and enjoy it. It's a good way to express your own personal cultural interests. There are a lot of games that Korean people will play that Westerners don't understand. Puduk or Go is very, very popular here in Korea and in Asia. A lot of Westerners don't understand the game, whereas Westerners will more likely play chess. Korean chess or Chinese chess sometimes is very alien to them, just like Go. At the same time, a different activity, playing card games, can be very popular with Westerners, but be a little bit alien here in Korea. This is not saying it doesn't happen. There are a lot of card games that people play in Korea, but they usually involve Korean-style rules. Now, this is a difference, but it can also be a benefit in learning a different culture. Americans and other Westerners will sometimes take a hobby that they enjoy and turn that hobby into a career. One of my friends enjoys working with wood and is very good at it. He has taken his woodworking hobby and has turned it into his business. This doesn't happen often, but it does happen. Another one of my friends is very good at painting model figures. He doesn't do it because he wants to get paid for it, but people do pay him to paint model figures for their own armies. So you can turn a hobby into a career. It's just a matter of finding what you like to do. Going along, one of the things that I learned from a very good friend of mine was a phrase that fits with hobbies. It's the secret to life and happiness. And it goes like this. Find one thing, just one thing, that you love to do. This one thing you can do every single day of your life. You can do it, makes you happy, and you do it, and you'll do it for free. Then, once you know what that one thing is, find someone to pay you to do what you will do for free. And then you will always be happy. A lot of people are looking for careers that have lots of money. Money is an elusive thing. It will run away from you. Find what makes you happy. Find what makes you truly, truly happy. Then money will find you because it will be bored. You're not playing with me. Come, I want to play with you. Come. If you start chasing money, it's going to run away. Ha ha, you're not going to catch me. But if you go chasing the fun, money will get bored and come find you. Thank you very much for this week's briefing. Good luck, and I'll see you in class.